Mom Tribe. So I hope you are having a lovely day. So as you know, Father's Day is approaching. So I really just wanted to hone in, check on my mamas, check on my fathers as well, because your role is just as important. When it comes to making sure mom is supported and she has everything that she needs to feel relaxed so that she's able to recover, she's able to heal, she feels safe, she feels just at ease and appreciated for how hard her body is working during this time of pregnancy, during the time of postpartum. So that just kind of brings me to my point. So what we're going to be discussing in this episode is I really just wanted to kind of like hone in and discuss on how some of my moms are just really not recognizing the value of taking a childbirth education class, taking that time to invest in yourself. Because when you take a class, especially when you take a class with your partner, it really creates and sets a tone for what your labor and your birth will be like, because the more you are prepared and the more information you know, the more confident you're going to feel in making a decision when it comes to, how your birth can turn out. Obviously, you can't control what's going to happen during your labor or your birth, obviously, but you do have say so in kind of how this whole scenario will play out. In a way, you're able to, when you take a childbirth education class, especially from a doula versus a hospital, we really focus on the mother and the mother's needs. Like, what does mom want? What does mom need? Not what I believe mom should do, what I think dad should do, what I think or how I think mom is feeling. It's really about you and how can I best help support you in this situation. So it's just, you deserve, the right care. You deserve good care. You deserve someone who is going to listen to you and who is here and aligns with your values and needs and is going to show up for you in that way. Because a lot of the times when you take a course with a hospital, everything is very like medical and intervention based. But if you're a mom who is hoping to go natural during her birth, or even if you don't want to go natural, if you're planning to go natural but you're open to pain medication, you are open to different things to help, have your labor, go more smoothly. It is totally your decision. That is what a doula and childbirth educator will help you give you the right information so that you can make that decision for yourself to see where you want, like which direction you want to go in. So I really love the idea of taking a course with a doula or midwife or some type of childbirth educator other than a hospital staff, because I feel like when you take a course with the hospital staff, it is very like kind of just they're very set on like their routine. So typically what happens when you go into the hospital to give birth, you're going to be hooked up to IVs. It's going to be hard for you to move around, especially if you're hoping to walk the halls or you're hoping to not have to labor on your back. If you're hoping to get in a birthing tub, you're not going to be able to do all that. When you're hooked up to IVs or when you're in a hospital, like your options can be very, very limited. So if you are a mom who really wants to maximize your experience for the positive, I would highly, highly recommend adding a birth doula to your team. Definitely, because it's going to make all the difference. I mean, even if you are a mom who thinks you feel safer in a hospital, that's completely, totally fine. That is your right as a mother to give birth wherever you want to give birth. But it's just, if you feel safer in a hospital, but you're still kind of wanting less interventions, definitely have a doula by your side, because your doula is going to be able to explain to you everything that's going on. She's going to be able to explain your options better, because the staff will kind of tend to push their routines, which is intervention, on you. And if that's not what you want, you should really, really consider where you're going to give birth. Because in a lot of situations too, and it sounds horrible, but it's realistic, is like when you go in the hospital, if you were to say like, I don't want to be on an IV, I want to walk around, that's not always an option in a hospital. They might be, your nurse or your doctor is going to tell you straight up, like, we can't allow you to do that. So think about, when you're thinking about what type of birth you want to have, really think about where you're going to give birth at, because that is going to either allow you to really have the experience that you want or not. So you really want to think about all those things during your pregnancy. And having a doula is really good at, giving you, those options and informing you of, like all the different things that you are able to have. So it's really good to have somebody like that on your team. So next is just believe in your body, trust in your body to be able to give birth. You are meant to do this. You are incredible. You can do this. Giving birth can be scary, and there's so much that goes into it that you might not even realize, So that's another good reason why I love taking classes from doulas or midwives or in a non-hospital setting, because it's like, it's like when you get this cough, it just does not want to go away, right? So it's like, when you take these courses, especially from a doula like myself, we really go into detail about how you can, cope with contractions during your labor that don't involve medicine, that don't involve you being hooked up to an IV, that don't involve using different types of instruments. We really go into touch massaging, which is amazing, and it's so helpful for mamas, because it's like, my job as a doula is not to take your partner's place. It is not to step in for your partner. It's none of that. It's really me coaching your partner and you, and mainly focusing on your partner as well to help you, because that's your person. That's the person that helped you create this beautiful life inside of you. That is the person, who's a part of this journey with you, as well as I am. But this person, it's a different type of relationship and bond. So it's like, I really take my time to coach dads as well. And I feel like dads are not acknowledged enough in this process. And sometimes, it can be easy for dads to kind of get lost in the sauce, because, they feel like, oh, okay, I hear so many dads say, I don't even know what to do. I don't know how to support her. I don't know if she wants me to touch her. I don't know if she wants me to talk to her. I just don't know what to do. And, in all honesty, it kind of sucks, but it's fair, right? If we're not telling our partners what we need from them, of course, people are not mind readers, right? So it's like, if we're not telling our partners what we need from them, if we're not showing them how we want to be treated and how we want to be taken care of during this time, some partners really just may not know, right? So that's why I really love involving my dads and getting my dads a part of the process, so that they can be there, because I'm not going to be in the house with you 24/7. I'm not going to be holding you at night. I'm not going to be there at 3 a.m. unless you are in labor, then yes, I will be there. But, during those other times, that your partner is going to be the one that's there for you. So that's why I just really love getting my dads involved and just showing them how to step up and take initiative, and how to support their partners, during those tough times during pregnancy. And and then nothing is better than just having, your boyfriend, your partner, your, husband, what have you, if you're deciding to co-parenting, whatever. It's just nothing like having that person being there, being supportive, And, you know, just like really taking on that role of like, hey, what do you need during this time, you know, for you and my unborn child? Like, how can I make your life easier? So it's just, you know, and then communication too is key. It's like having a good communication, you know, being able to talk, being able to, you know, be vulnerable with each other during this time, be honest with each other during this time is very, very important. So I have a variety of different topics that we go over in the classes. We go over communication. We go over, you know, how to work together as a team, because if you are co-parenting or if you are together in parenting, it's like it's a unit now, you know. It's like you all have to work together to, you know, make this happen, right? Because it's like, yes, a woman, you know, we're superheroes and, you know, we strongly feel like we can do it all by ourselves, but we don't have to do it by ourselves. And some of us do. Some of us are not in the position to have somebody support us, which, you know, is totally fine as well. So whoever your support person is, if it's a friend, a family member, or if it is a doula, you know, that's okay too. It's just giving that person a chance and to be there for you is very important. So that's why I'm just running some Father's Day specials on, you know, give the man in your life the gift of helping you, because in the end it's a win-win situation, right? Like, he's here to help you and be there for you and make things better for you. So hey, why not like take advantage of that, right? Like, so I will be hosting some parenting classes coming up soon. I'll have some more details about that later. But as I kind of mentioned earlier, we'll be talking about communication. We'll be doing like some teamwork activities to like help you all communicate and work together as a team. We'll be talking about different ways that you both can support each other. And then we'll be talking about what your expectations are, and how you want the father to focus on you during birth and labor. So stay tuned for those details. Definitely hit the subscribe button so that you can be a part of that when that video does drop, giving more details. But in the meantime, if you would like more information, always just feel free to send me a message. Go to my website, which is linked in my profile, and send me an email if you want to jump in and go ahead and get started like right away, or what have you. Or if you just kind of, you know, want some tips and tricks, just definitely reach out to me and I'm always happy to share that. I love working with couples. Like, it's so special to watch couples really transform over the like 9 months of pregnancy. So I look forward to sharing that and with you all and seeing you in my classes coming up. So again, do not forget to like, subscribe so that you're in the know. Go to the website, sign up for the newsletter. And again, shoot me an email if you want to go ahead and getting started, or if you just want a little more details on the program. So goodbye for now and see you soon.